Hey, hope you're getting excited about your vacation. I just sent you a itinerary for your trip. It's going to look similar to this. So I just want to walk you through your documents real quick. You're going to choose either view online or view in app. For this scenario, I'm going to choose view online. If you choose view in app, you're going to be prompted to download the app, and then you can use that app without Wi-Fi or self-service. So that's going to be very handy while you're traveling. So you might want to use that. Once you click on it, it's going to open up similar to this. And you can see once I start scrolling, things pop up over here on the left. So you can skip the different days by clicking on the day over to the left. But we're going to start with information and documents because that's not the fun stuff. So anyhow, when you get these, you're going to have your your confirmation, which is you can click on view and see it. It's going to look similar to this. It's going to have some information for you, and of course, their legal terms and conditions. And then if you happen to have any short excursions booked, I will have attached those as well. And they'll probably look something similar to this. So just read through everything and get your bearings set before you start traveling so that you know what's going on. A lot of times you have to reconfirm a short excursion. So just pay attention to that. If you purchase leisure care or beaches insurance, I'm going to have that in this general area for you with some information. I've told you about ID that's required for travel. For international travel, you have to have a passport book. So be sure to have that. That's the one thing that you cannot replace. So be sure to have that with you. Beaches and Sandals resorts are sister resorts, and they do have a loyalty program. So if you do think you'll book another Beaches or Sandals resorts, visit their loyalty desk while you're there on the resort. That's going to get you your best deal. And once you return, let me know immediately that you booked while we're there so that we can have me added as the travel agent so I can service the booking for you. And we only have like a week to get that transferred. So if it's convenient for you, just go ahead and shoot me a text as well while you're there doing it so that we can go ahead and get those um, get those balls rolling. I've given you information about clearing customs and immigration. When you arrive in the US, be aware that you're going to have to pick up your luggage at baggage claim and then recheck it if you have a layover. This is a great time to put any alcohol that you may have purchased in a duty-free store in your luggage because if it's an odd shaped bottle or thick glass, it may not pass security and TSA will confiscate it. Be sure to read all that as well. I've given you information about customs and duty, so you can click on that and read through that if you would like. Be sure to download the mobile passport app before you leave and get it set up because it's going to want pictures of your passport, but it'll help you get out of customs and immigration once you get back into the US a lot faster. There's a special line for it. So be sure to read through that. And if you have any questions, let me know before you go. I'm giving you the link for the Turks and Caicos COVID entry protocols. Currently, there are no COVID policies in place. If things get crazy, just check that link and it gets updated. If you happen to have added the Turks and Caicos Airport Fast Track, I've given you the information about how to find them there. And you will need to provide your printed or digital version of the ticket, which will be attached in a different place. It'll be up there with your information, with your documents up here if you did. Oops. Well, right there where your documents were, and it'll also be after your flight information. So let's see. Okay, who to call? If you have any issues with the flights, be sure to talk to the gate agent. They have the most power. I can't really do anything for you. At that point, you're going to have to talk to a gate agent. Remember to be nice. If your flights get majorly delayed to a point where you miss a connecting flight or canceled, let me know and I'll see what I can do or I'll coach you through it. But it's typically easier for you to handle it at the gate because they have the most power. I can try, but always, always, always go straight to the gate agent. You can also try going through the app to make some changes. Airlines have made it super easy to do that as well. Talked about that. Be sure to save all your receipts if you do have any delays and ask for flight hotel vouchers, ask for food vouchers, ask for lounge vouchers, just in case if you get delayed. The airlines don't have to give them to you, but if you ask for them, a lot of times they will give them to you. If you have any issues at the resort, go to the front desk and talk to them. I promise you, they want you to be happy. and they have the most power. You have the most power while you're in destination. If you need me, give me a call. Dining reservations, as soon as you check in, I would go straight to the dining desk or concierge and have them, or your butler, depending upon what your room category is, and have them set up your dining reservations. Most of their restaurants do not require reservations, but some of them do. So I would do those as soon as I check in. If they happen to say, oh, we don't have any availability, just tell them, oh, well, I'm only here for this amount of time, and just push the issue a little bit. I have had success with that. So I've given you some information specific to the resort. Also, if you have any dietary needs like food allergies, be sure to contact with the culinary concierge experts who will assist as best they can. It's located in the Caribbean Village lobby and they're open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So go take care of that as soon as you check in as well. I've given you dress code options and also all of the restaurants that are available and their hours that were at one point accurate, but those could change at any point. I have highlighted any special things like kimonos requires reservations. La Petite Chateau is only for 12 years and older. And Cepedilla's is an adult only restaurant, as well as Sky has to be 16 and older. So just be aware of those. Talked about their entertainment. They have internet, they have laundry, they have a photography option, which is fun for family photos. They have a sailboat option. So just read through all that. They do have a strict no tipping policy. Their staff could actually lose their job if you tip them, with the exception of butlers. And if people ask me all the time, what's the standard? It seems to be about $20 a day. And for each butler, you'll have multiple butlers if you have a butler. So tip them $20 a day is kind of the standard and the norm. Okay, let's talk about luggage fees. Flights, airlines do charge for luggage fees now. Typically, for an international flight, you get one free bag, but check with your airline just to be sure. I've also given you some important information about Turks and Caicos. So be sure to read through that. Okay, I've also given you some information about flights. I've talked about the mobile passport app yet again, and I've given you the embassy's contact information. I don't foresee you needing it, but just in case, there it is. I've given you some destination information as well that I would recommend you read through, because it also has some safety tips in there. So, and just a lot of general information. So just check that out. It's very handy. And I've told you how to dial international phone numbers, and then there's some COVID information. Now let's go back to your itinerary. You are going to need to check in online for your flight beginning 24 hours prior to your flight. If I have your flight information, I have listed it here with your confirmation number, and they're going to want your passport information. So just go ahead and have that ready before you start. You'll need to be at the airport at least 3 hours prior to your flight, and you could actually be denied boarding if you're not there at least 90 minutes prior to your flight. If you did get the fast track, I've included the information here again. Again, I will have your confirmation there as well, and be sure to have the printed copy and the digital version. Or I like to have both, because you never know with your phone if it'll work or not. So I like to have the paper copy. Once you get to the airport, you're going to be looking for the beaches desk located outside of the immigration and customs area. So you will arrive, you will clear customs and immigration, you'll retrieve your luggage, and then go look for the beaches desk. And then it's only like a 15-minute ride. So you'll be in good shape. Then you'll check in. And if you happen to have a tour, I've listed it on that day. So for example, this one was on Sunday, November 19th. And I've given you the confirmation for that as well, with instructions. There will be more instructions if you have a tour. And then don't forget, the day before you leave, you're going to have to be a little bit responsible and go ahead and check in online for your flight again, 24 hours prior to your flight. And then when you do check out the next day, be sure to physically check out, because Beaches is going to want to have you physically check out before they'll let you get on that transfer. Information about your transfers to the airport will be delivered to your room the day before you leave. So be on the lookout for that. You can expect a pickup time of about 4 hours prior to your returning flight. All right, after watching this and reading through everything, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call me. Thanks. Y'all have fun.